Hey dudes, CI here. So here's what's on my mind this week. It's sports. And I want to start the whole thing by saying, a nerd like myself who likes sports is a special kind of nerd. I think all of us have found each other through the Nerd Fighter community, so we're all, self-identified nerds and we like the idea of being nerds. And I sometimes wonder if nerds who like sports are even nerdier than other nerds. I mean, most nerds don't like sports, so a nerd like me who does like sports, I like something that even nerds don't like, so that makes me like an uber nerd, right? Or am I completely off on this? Anyway, it's just a thought. So anyway, I'm a nerd who likes sports, and I'm a little sad this week because some of you may know that the college football national championship was this past Monday, and my team, the Oregon Ducks, was in it, and they got pretty much stomped. And they're such a good team, and they just looked really bad. Ohio State was clearly the better team. It was a frustrating game. Oregon came out on their very first drive and looked sensational. They drove right down the field. They scored a touchdown, and everybody, all Oregon fans were like, oh, hell yeah, here we go. And it stayed good for maybe a quarter, and then Ohio State started getting into it, and then their defense just stepped up and shut us right the hell down. In fact, that first drive that we looked so great on, that was pretty much our only really good drive. Their defense was great. Another thing Ohio State had was running. Their running back just gashed us. It was just murderous. He had like 250 yards. It was ridiculous. There's so many reasons we lost. Ohio State in the end was the better team. But, there's all sorts of excuses that Oregon could make. They could say, oh, well, we got into the red zone, we just couldn't stick it in. Or we got turnovers, but we couldn't turn those into points. So, those are excuses. In the end, Ohio State was just the better team on that night, and they deserved the win. But I'm still sad in my nerdy sports nerd way. But the good news is that may be the end of the college football season, but, there's other sports for me to nerd out on. The Portland Trailblazers are killing it this year. I don't know what they're going to do in the end. I don't know if they'll go far in the playoffs. I don't know if they'll contend for a title, but they've got a good team. They're fun to root for. And best of all, soccer season's not far off, and you know how I am with my Portland Timbers, so that's something worth looking forward to. In fact, before long, in the next few weeks, I may be writing my first column of the year, a Timbers preview column, and when that comes out, I will let you know. All right? So that is my nerdy take on being a sports nerd. Sad about the Ducks, but, sports is going to continue all year long. It's great like that. I don't know if any of you guys like sports, but you should get into it. It's the best. All right, guys. I will see you next week. Linda, I'll see you tomorrow.